Good morning. Welcome to my home and welcome to today's vlog. I know you're probably not used to hearing my voice, and that's because I typically use text in my vlogs, but today I thought to use my voice and actually just speak, right? It's a Sunday morning and this is me getting ready for church after I have gotten the kids ready and my husband as well, gotten the kids ready. We are just right now trying to grab a bite before we go to church because I don't like to be hungry in church. This was in church where we had the Watoto Children's Choir come and minister. It was a beautiful time. We were so blessed by them, and we loved how Watoto community is really working together to share the light and love of God, even in communities that are in need of the basic amenities and supplies. And they sponsor these families and these children going across the world on musical tours with their amazing talents and sharing their story and inspiring hope. So that was beautiful, and our church celebrated and loved them. So here we are now, leaving and heading back home. You can imagine I love to make rice on a Sunday. My family loves rice on a Sunday. Maybe it's a Nigerian thing, I don't know, but you should typically find rice in my house on a Sunday. This is me also making stew. It's a red pepper stew. And to add to this stew, I grilled some chicken. Looks so yummy right now. So yummy and juicy. So I put the chicken in the pot and I'm going to also let that marinate. It's so tempting. Like, I think I probably had one, and I know that I typically like to give my husband and my son one as well while I'm cooking. Because growing up, for some reason, you couldn't, take out of the meat when you are cooking it. But now that I'm actually cooking my own meat, yeah, I think I can take. Yeah, so I typically just like to stir the pot on its own. I don't like to use a spoon so that I don't get the meat or the proteins scattered. And now I'm just gonna let it simmer for a while and soak in all those juices and release its own natural flavors into the sauce. By the way, I love adding eggs with my rice. It gives a buka feel, and a buka is typically like a local restaurant back home in my home country, Nigeria. You can typically find proteins like beef or chicken, and they add eggs to it. And I love it, especially when the eggs have absorbed the sauce of the stew it was cooked in. It is so juicy and good. One more thing. If I'm cooking white rice, I typically, almost always, will fry plantain unless I can't help it and unless I don't have it available. But if I do, you're going to find me frying plantains. I love plantains, especially when they're fried. They're soft, they're juicy. They just balance the meal. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah. And by the way, is there anyone here who can fry plantains without taking a bite? I'm actually very happy to say that I'm proud of myself because now I literally fry plantains without taking a bite until it's done. A couple years ago, that would be impossible. I would definitely have to take a bite or two. But yeah, I'm very proud of myself. Self-discipline for the win. Oh, just look at that golden brown goodness. Oh, I want one. Here we are. Okay, I know at this point I definitely took some. And our stew is ready. Look at how good that looks. I'm so hungry right now. I'm doing this voiceover and I'm so hungry. Yep, that's me showing off my planting. And then for some reason, I think I decided, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and clean the microwave. But in all honesty, I didn't clean this microwave right immediately. It took some time after. So I typically think that I had some time to rest and then I went ahead to clean the microwave. So yeah. So grateful for this microwave. Keeps me very efficient. And that's my reflection. What we do for content, don't we? And then we're up to another day. So this is a new day, and as at the last vlog I made, I went to Dollarama and I picked some items. I picked the shower curtain, I picked some blue and a few other items. And so this is me setting up the shower curtain. I replaced the old one just because it was old and dingy, and I'm very happy with this one. It looks really nice. I actually even prefer it to the old one. It looks so good, and it was, I think, under $5. At this point, I have been trying to get the blue ready. I love this stuff because it is very potent and it just disinfects the toilet, which I love. I love it when I flush the toilet and the water is blue. So now it's time to get some kitchen work done. And now at this point, this is just me planning out my family's meals for the new week. So every Sunday, or at least as much as I can, I try to plan a meal timetable for my family. I actually grew up not doing this, but I mean, we basically freelanced what we ate. It was just, freestyle. We ate what we felt like. And it really worked. I think my mom is a superhero for making that work for us. I just realized that I need to have a timetable. It just really makes things efficient for me. I'm wondering, do you guys use a timetable? Or do you just freestyle? Let me know in the comments. Yeah, and now we're here at another day. And this day, I'm literally just getting ready to go to the gym. I don't go to the gym every single morning to work out. Sometimes I do, and my goal is to be as consistent as possible. But yeah, in all honesty, there are days I do, there are days that I just don't. So today's one of the days that I do. So let's go. One of my favorite machines to use at the gym is the elliptical. I find that it really just helps increase strength in the muscles and the bones in the legs. It tones the legs, and I'm burning calories all over my body. So it works for me. I like to get the most amount of results with the least amount of effort. altogether, I like to try to get to at least 1 kilometer. That way I feel like I have done quite a lot and burned a lot of calories and gotten quite a number of steps in. And that's enough for today. All right, so now it's morning. It's still morning, and we're just going to be meal prepping for the kids. And now we're at the grocery store. Just picking a few things. And I love checking out what items are on sale, especially when they're fresh and they are things that we typically eat. It just feels like a win, like a treasure hunt, and I'm scoring. Loads of plantains, because you know I love my plantains. Grabbing some red bell peppers. No, sorry, these are red. These are just red peppers, not red bell peppers. These papayas looked good, so I decided to grab one, thinking that my family will have that for lunch with whatever we are serving later today. That looks good. Grabbing a pack of Lay's just to snack on. Some bananas. Some yogurt. These are basically all the things that I plan to get. And now I'll just go ahead and pay. Looking at these beautiful flowers. So tempting, but I'm building a garden of my own and I don't think I need any more. If I had the space, I most likely would get them. I love flowers. Do you guys see anything you like? Well, we're home now, and while I have unloaded all the stuff that we bought at the store, the floor just feels a little, I don't know, dusty, so decided to give it a quick sweep. While we're sweeping, I thought I'd share something that I came across on the internet this week. So the topic was regarding surrogacy, and an influencer came online and shared that when she wanted to have a child, or when the time comes for her to have a child, she doesn't have any medical problems or fertility issues, but she would still go ahead and use a surrogate. And she would use a surrogate for convenience, not because she has any medical issues at all. Now, this really had a lot of strong opinions from the general public, because people felt like the sacredness and the sacrifice of motherhood was not honored by this statement. If you're not sure, a surrogate is basically someone who is paid to carry your baby, right? That's basically what happens. So somehow in the medical field, what they do is they bring out the egg of a woman and they take the sperm of the man, they combine that, they fertilize it, and then they put it into a surrogate woman. The woman carries the baby to full term, and then immediately the woman delivers, the baby is given back to the birth mother, given back to the woman who owned the eggs, the mom who actually owns the eggs. It's very transactional. There's a lot of legal procedures and contracts signed up and drawn up and that have to be adhered to. And there are many, many different sides to this that make it a very costly endeavor. First of all, Even if people can afford it, the fact is there is an emotional cost, because a lot of mothers want to be able to carry their own babies, and they resort to surrogacy when they do not have that ability to carry their own babies. It is a very costly sacrifice, emotionally, because the baby is not connected to you via placenta. Your body is not lactating for this baby, and even if your body is, because you're able to force the lactation, your baby is not getting the nutrients from your own body. It's getting it from a surrogate mother. The baby is not hearing your heartbeat. The baby is not forming an internal bond with you. Even spiritually, the spiritual process of, birth is still being shared with another person. And so it is not a decision that is taken lightly at all. A mother having to opt for surrogacy clearly is really almost out of options. And so it just felt like there wasn't any respect that was given to these women who genuinely want to carry their own babies but don't have a choice. And when we reduce surrogacy to a mere transaction where you can hire a womb because you have the money and you don't want to go through the sacrifice, the pain, and you simply just want to reduce it to a transaction, then the value of the surrogate mother, the value of the child, the benefits that this child might be losing in terms of connection and breast milk that is so nourishing, that is so life-giving, that is so immune boosting, and even all the other intricate details of pregnancy are literally not considered when we consider a surrogate as just, a hired womb, and you want to do it for convenience. That is really what got a lot of people talking. And I honestly stand by the fact that motherhood is sacred and it should be honored, and we must give absolute respect to women who try their very best, and if at all they have to give up that joy of carrying their baby, we shouldn't reduce it to a transaction where it's purely for convenience. But these are my 2 cents. I want to know what you think. Please, even when you're commenting, remember to be kind. Remember to be kind even to the person who went ahead to make the comment. We're not bashing her, we just disagree, right? And at the end of the day, this is a safe space. I intend to keep it safe, so please share your comments. I love you. Please subscribe.